Alright, so welcome to another episode of Talk Over Drinks. We're here with the man who says he's the coolest nerd in TT music, Mevon Soodeen, Parang Master, among other things. Oh yeah, Rhythm doing really good. Yeah, I've been hearing it a whole lot, and we're looking forward to more things. Welcome, Mevon.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so what are you working on now? You tell me that you're working on.
Yeah. Well, right now, since the release of the Go to Rhythm, I have a couple other soca projects I'm working on, a couple singles. I have a soca rhythm that I'm supposed to be doing a collaboration with Kit.
Yeah.
I can't really get the cat or the bag just yet, but there's something in the pipeline. So I have potentially that rhythm, and then I have another rhythm by myself that I want to release for Carnival. So that's 2 rhythms, and then I have a couple other singles for Carnival. Beyond the Carnival stuff, well, it's September now, so it's close to Parang season. So we have a lot of Parang stuff. I have 2 Parang singles supposed to be dropping like maybe the end of this month or early October. And then I have 2 Parang songs with Room. One is on a rhythm that I'm doing as well, and then a single with him. So I have like about 4 to 5 Parang songs. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like we're trying to get away from that being labeled as the smutty Parang artist. So we're doing 2. So we're doing one to give them what they want, and then we're doing one that's more feel good. Christmas feel and a real feel good kind of Parang song.
Because I have an older friend. She love it, but she was like, oh gosh.
It's all, See, people want to hear more. And I think between Rome and I, we discussed many times that we want to expand and broaden our horizons, basically, because it's not only about being witty. We like it, but we want to give them more. So we wouldn't cut it out. We will just introduce more, to expand the catalog, basically. Because within watching him perform too, a lot of the times when it is you tell these stories, a lot of people just stand up and they watch because they're waiting for the punchline. And Parang and Christmas season, a lot of time people want to dance and enjoy themselves. So during his sets, a lot of times people just stand up and wait because they're listening to what he's saying, because it's social commentary and it's funny at the same time, but it's like we want to have that element of dancing and feel good in his repertoire now. So that's why we're trying to introduce, slowly but surely, more feel good Parang songs along with the smutty Parang songs. Because we can't stop.
No,
can't stop.
So how has things been with Oh Yeah Rhythm? Because man, when I hear it drop, I mean I was anticipating it because I saw like you guys were posting it. Coming.
Well, to be quite honest with you, the rhythm has been doing much better than I thought it would have, because we took a huge risk with releasing an all soca rhythm in July.
Yeah, boy.
And that has never really been done before. Like usually people would do songs or singles that kind of has a summer element to it, and it's kind of crossover. But we did a traditional Kaiso soca rhythm with an all soca cast. And even Rome not necessarily being a soca artist. So Rome is like a Parang artist / soca artist. And we have Turner, Blacks, and Ola Tunjina. So it's like we took a huge risk by doing that, because we're trying to change the status quo as well. We're trying to push the soca all year round. Not just soca, because remember I came from the hip hop and R&B background too, so I am a avid fan of music all around. I hate the seasonal thing. So I want to push music no matter what, all year round, whatever genre. Doing this music full time now, obviously I had to do soca, because soca is where soca pays the bills at the end of the day in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's just the reality of it. So I decided, Rome and I decided that, hey, let's do this, because we had the show coming up, the Girls Cruise Crew show, and we said we want to give them content. We wanted something island vibe. We wanted something that they could include in the show and suit the whole theme of Caribbean island vibes, that kind of thing. And then
still have an eclectic kind of
it still has an eclectic touch. Exactly. So we took a huge risk, and I'm thankful that the radio stations have been embracing it and playing it, because like when I recently came back home from vacation from St. Vincent, and everybody keeps sending me videos, boy, you play them playing, the real beating it, the real playing it, and I'm like, give thanks, because I thought it would have probably died out as summer ended, but like it's still playing now.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that it continues to ride the wave into Carnival, so.
Yeah. I have a feeling it will.
I think so too. I think so too. Because it's music. It's good music. And like a lot of people have been saying now, when I read the comments on social media and on YouTube and stuff, they're like, wow, this is really good music. This is what we've been missing for a while. It's traditional, but it's still edgy. It's like 2019 meets the 80s, it's like Kaiso and soca. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like this nostalgic feel that when you hear it, you take you back.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it still has a modern twist to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just thankful. We just thankful.
All right, Mevon. So as a young artist, right, as a young creative, and someone who is very involved and doing really, really well in the creative industry, how do you manage to keep yourself humble? Like, how do you keep yourself from not getting caught up in the hype?
Yeah.
I mean, as a young man, I'm sure it's easy to just get drawn into all of this excitement and thing.
Yeah.
How do you manage to keep yourself in this zen kind of state and just keep creating?
Well, the thing is, from ever since, I've always had a small circle of friends, and I take that word really, really seriously. I don't call everyone a friend. I have a lot of, what they call it? I have a lot of acquaintances and colleagues in the industry and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I have a very, very small circle of friends, and they always keep me in check, and we keep each other in check. Because anytime anybody try to smell themselves too much, it's like, yo, take it down. And naturally, I think that I'm just that kind of humble guy. My personality has never been one of being bossy and showing off and that kind of stuff. I think I pride myself on being humble and down to it, and that has always been the case. Obviously, I'm not the biggest producer or the biggest creative in Trinidad and Tobago, even in the world, so I'm still fairly new to it. So, I mean, there is some recognition, yes, with the name and the brand, but like, it's still new to me now. So I'm still dealing with it. As you rightfully said, it is easy to get caught up in the hype and the fame and the attention in particular. But so far, I've remained humble and true to myself and focus on the mission, which is music.
Dope. And I'm pretty sure your mom's help keep you in check.
Oh yeah, mom's inside right now. Moms don't play. Yeah, at the end of the day too, like it's always good to have parents who support the dreams of their children. And my mother has definitely been she has been a pivotal person, and she has played a really important role in my career and what I have done, because ever so often I would always bounce ideas by her, and she would always critique them. Like okay, let's say, for example, Rome's Poor Annie, which is his biggest song.
Yeah.
We wasn't going to do the song, and my mom came in the studio and heard us playing it, and she was like, singing the song, and she was like, and we asked her, and she was like, you're crazy not to do the song.
Oh, wow.
And she was the deciding factor for us actually going ahead with it, because Rome was worried about how it would have come across. And she was like, no, that's the song. And because of that, look at where it took us now. So I mean, mom's definitely is my biggest critique and supporter at the same time. So she definitely keeps me in check.
Yeah, I see. So like, all right, so how was it initially? We talked about it in the article, but how was it initially when you made the switch to becoming a full-time creative?
It was
the uncertainty and everything.
Yeah. Because I worked in the government for 11 years in the IT field, and that was a big change for me. I've always had my studio for the last 9 to 10 years, I've been piece by piece building my studio. So like it wasn't a total switch from IT to nothing.
Yeah.
It was a smooth transition because I was doing this part-time.
Yeah.
But doing it part-time, still having a salary is a big difference. I'm doing it full-time to having no salary, not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from.
Yeah.
So it played on my mind a lot. To be quite honest with you, I prayed about it. I spoke to a lot of my colleagues, my friends, even Rome, because Rome lost his job the same time.
Yeah.
So like it was real funny how we both went through the same struggle at the same exact time in the same year. So we kind of supported each other, and we said, bro, we in this boat together, and we're gonna support each other.
Yeah.
And that was just how it has been, and it's continuing, and it's just dealing with personal issues and talking to Rome and having, as I said, my small circle of friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, God definitely helped me through a lot, because I mean, I had some months and some days where I'll just be like, wow, like, am I really making the right decision?
Yeah.
And I mean, here I am 1 year later, and I just came from vacation. So I mean, it's like, it's not the greatest, but it's not the end of the world yet now, because what this made me realize is that I have the personality and I have the focus and determination to work for myself.
Yeah,
my dad actually, I grew up with my dad, who has his own business, and he has from ever since I was small, he was working for himself.
Yeah.
So I, not knowing that it was in me, when my back was against the wall, no, I saw him in me, because I had that in me and I didn't even know all along, so it really brought out that entrepreneurial spirit and that determination that I didn't even know I had, because I always had that safety net of that salary every month, and that security. So
it's a funny thing, because I was having a conversation with one of my friends just, I think probably yesterday, and we were talking about that, the fact that when you don't have that safety net, or like when you're kind of in a position where you just have to do it, it's like it awakens some things in
it's like you wake up the demon. And I now realizing that I'm a kind of workaholic. Because like one of my best friends, he told me, he said, bro, if there's one thing I will tell you to do, is every morning show up to work. And I took that advice real serious, because it's real easy to be complacent. I live home, my studio is home, so I could be real lazy and be like, I'm not feeling to do anything today. And those words of advice really stuck in me. He was like, bro, every day show up to work. You set your hours when you want to work, and make sure that you show up to work. And I have done that for the past year. Obviously, there are times when you're not feeling it or whatever, but like there's always things to improve. If I'm not coming to create something, I would go on YouTube and research something, and just still try to learn something. Don't waste time. I may not put in 8-hour shifts every day, but at the end of the day, I still showed up to work every single day.
And you enrich yourself with
some kind of knowledge,
Sweet. So for people who might be afraid to take a leap of faith and dive all into what they're passionate about, what kind of advice would you give to somebody like that?
Well, for me, I can only speak for how it was for me. You definitely have to, you just know deep down within yourself. It might sound cliche, but it really has to come from you, from within, and you have to make up your mind, this is what I am going to do. And once you are passionate about what it is you are going to do, it becomes easy, because as the saying says, when you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. Like it really is true. So you have to be determined and you have to be focused to want it and just go for it.
With my hands I'm swinging, only vibes I bringing. Well, Jean and Dinah come off the corner, boy. This is is a fact to remember. Once you could wine, you could enter. And if you can't wine, to step with a partner. The spirit of freedom take over. So when I hear the music surrender, just start to walk in the center. I want you come walk in the center. Don't fret the move no more, Vela. Show them you know it's Kankala. Get up and shake your bambala. Get up and shake your bambala. Bring it back.
A lot of little intricate details that come together. That's dope. And let me hear the full thing. Ah.